My favorite place to look for designer jewelry is Luxury Bazaar. They carry unique statement pieces that elevate your look with both new and vintage designs at a fraction of the cost. Thank you to Luxury Bazaar for sponsoring today's video. Be sure to check out their website, linked down below. Hey beauties, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will be sharing this easy New Year's Eve makeup look and some fun party outfit ideas. I'm also going to talk about some of my favorite products for creating New Year's Eve makeup looks. And today's video is very exciting because it's in collaboration with Johanna G Makeup here on YouTube. If you're not already familiar with her channel, she is an incredibly talented makeup artist. She always shares beautiful makeup looks, and what I love about her and her style is that she's not afraid to play with color. Her videos are easy to follow, and I really enjoy watching her techniques. She uses a nice variety of products, including a lot of brands that I haven't played around with a lot, so I always feel like I learned so much from her. She is absolutely stunning, and she is also creating a New Year's Eve makeup look. I will link her channel and her video down below for you to check out right after this. I know you will love her content. Since I'm creating a dark smoky eye, I'm going to begin with eyes. I'm just going to prime my eyelids with a little bit of Chanel concealer. For this look, I'm using the Modern Glamour palette from Chanel. There are several others that I think would be perfect for creating New Year's Eve looks, and I'll talk about them a little bit later on. But I chose the Modern Glamour palette because I wanted to create a look that would be easy to duplicate. Even if you don't own this, you can follow along with what you have. And I also wanted to create a look that would go with any outfit choice and any lip color. So with a somewhat tapered fluffy brush, I'm going to pick up this kind of pewter silver gray shade right here in the corner, and this is going to go in the crease. Besides Christmas, New Year's is my favorite holiday. It's the best time of year. It feels like a fresh start and endless possibilities are ahead of you. There's something that's really re-energizing about New Year's. I always look forward to it. Right now, we actually don't have any plans for New Year's Eve. If you're doing something fun, drop me a comment, let me know. I'm hoping that we'll do something. In years past, we've gone out to dinner. When I first met my husband, that became our little tradition. We would make a reservation somewhere somewhat nice, get all dressed up, but have a relatively quiet evening, just the two of us going out. You know, they usually have a prefix menu at all of the restaurants. They give you the little hats or kazoos, something. They decorate the tables all nice. And that was that. But ever since we came to Miami, we've just kind of stayed at home, and we'll do like a really nice fancy dinner just ourselves here at home. We might do that again this year. But I love going out and celebrating New Year's, so I'm torn. On the one hand, I love to get dressed up, do fun, dramatic makeup, and hit the town, but it is sort of nice to be home, just the two of us on the couch. To go out in Miami for New Year's is so expensive. My husband always says to me, pick a restaurant, wherever you want to go, I'll take you next week. We're not going this week because it'll be a zoo. It'll be impossible to get reservations. It's always double, triple, quadruple the price of any other normal night. So he has a good explanation for why we don't go out anymore. But maybe this year I'll convince him. I know some people have really fun traditions with food. They'll have lentils for good luck. I think there's another one, maybe cabbage for financial success. If you have any fun traditions like that, let me know. I might have to Google all of the fun traditions and I'll just make sure we can knock out a couple of them at least. All right, on my face, I already have moisturizer. I applied Dream Skin before I sat down, and I'm gonna go in with the L'Or Radiance Primer from Grwm. This is the perfect primer anytime you need your makeup to last a really long time. And if you wanna make it to midnight, this is the primer. So I just rub it in my hands, break up all of the little gold flecks. And I'll smear this all over, but I do sort of concentrate in the T-zone and sort of middle areas. I'll begin by smoothing it in. And then when it starts to absorb and dry down and it gets a little bit tacky, not too tacky, but tacky enough, I press it into the skin. This primer has the perfect amount of tackiness, so anything I put on top is going to adhere. And I have a lot of very luminous complexion products sitting before me because, of course, New Year's Eve, you can kind of go wild with the highlighters and nobody can judge, nobody's gonna care. So I do want to start with a somewhat matte foundation. It's a satin finish. It's the Givenchy. That way I won't be too outrageously dewy. I'm gonna put plenty of glow on top, so I don't want to start with too much radiance. Over the next few days, I'll be thinking about what resolutions I want to make. Well, I don't really make resolutions. I like to set goals for myself. I always create a list of things that I want to do the following year. Whether it be read more, or if there's specific books, something that I want to learn, a place that I want to visit. I feel like it's good to have goals and resolutions at the beginning of the year. Anytime you make a resolution, whether you write it down or tell someone, say it out loud, you speak it into existence. You sort of put it out into the universe. I think you're more likely to accomplish your goals if you tell somebody. It's like an accountability partner. I always like to see later on, several months, maybe 6 months into the year, at the end of the year, I'll go back and I'll look at my list of things, because I usually write it in the notes section on my phone, and I'll look at all of the goals that I had set for myself. Usually there are a couple that I'm able to knock off. I don't always finish them all, but that's a good thing. I can just roll them over to the next year. I love this foundation. I'm so happy that I discovered it. It looks very smooth, nice and satiny. This year, I know I want to read more. In fact, I don't think I read a single book in 2019. It's so sad. because I love to read. I just never have the time, or I don't make the time. And I have a couple books that I picked up and I got maybe through a couple chapters and then I put them down and they probably have a thick layer of dust. So if you have any great book recommendations, that's definitely going to be on my list of goals that I want to accomplish this year. And I want to work on my Spanish. In Miami, it is crucial to know Spanish. And I'm so I can get by. I can talk about makeup actually more than anything. But that really does not serve many purposes, so I need to get better at my Spanish. For bronzer, I'm going to use this Bare Minerals Bare Pro Glow in the shade Warmth. It's a liquid bronzer. I was playing around with this the other day and it turned out pretty nice, so that's what we're gonna do. And I'm just using this duo fiber brush. It's always sort of intimidating to use a liquid bronzer. Cream is one thing, but liquid scares me. But I have nearly a full bottle, so I feel like I need to use it. I like how easy this is to blend, but it is very warm. I don't mind because if I were going out, I would have a sunless tan, which generally is a little bit warmer in tone, but I really like that liquid bronzer. It still scares me a little bit. I'm facing my fears in 2020. My complexion is looking very satiny matte, so I'm going to set my concealer with that pink Armani powder that I love so much. The smallest amount. Because it really does give glow to the skin. The fatal mistake you can make with this powder is adding too much, because if you go in with a little bit, you're like, wow, the shine, the sheen, it's gorgeous, let me add more. And then it becomes too much too quickly. So set with the tiniest bit and move on. Put it down. Throw the brush on the opposite side of the room, but do not add more powder, whatever you do. I'm speaking from experience. The way it is right now is perfect. There's a little bit of a pink sheen, but it's not too much. For blush, I picked out the Voyage de Chanel. Since we are traveling to new places in 2020, I thought this would be really nice. It has the little compass. Who knows what adventures and exploration we'll get up to this year. And it's so beautiful. I really want to cross France off my bucket list. It has been my #1 place that I've wanted to go for years and years, the longest time, and I have never been. So this year, I think, is the year that we will go to France. To highlight, I'm using the Duo de Camellia. It's New Year's Eve, so we're gonna go big. Ooh. I'm always curious to hear where other people want to visit, want to travel. It's sort of rare that we travel, but when we do, it always feels so special. Complexion is done, and I'm so happy with this combination of products. I think it worked out perfectly, exactly what I wanted. The matte foundation makes sure that we stay a little bit calm, it keeps us grounded. But then the pink Armani powder and then the Duo de Camellia gives us a perfect glow just in the areas where I want a little glow. If I were to have done a radiant foundation, I think this would have been a crazy mess. And it probably wouldn't have photographed that nicely either. We're going extra smoky, so I'm taking a little precision brush and the black eyeshadow, and I'm going to run that underneath the lower lash line. One of my makeup goals for the year is to organize everything that I own. I want to go through everything and just throw out stuff that's old or crumbling and I won't use anymore, and start fresh with all of my new makeup right where I can see it so that I can make sure to get use out of everything. That's going to be a big project though. Every time I start to organize a little bit, I almost just dive in and go head first down the rabbit hole, but I stop myself because I know that it's going to be a big project. And I didn't want to put makeup in here. I wanted to keep everything in the bathroom, but it's now overflowing and being overrun with makeup. So I think I need a trip to the container store and do something in here so that it makes sense, it's organized, and I have everything at my fingertips. Because the way it is now, I feel like I forget about half the stuff I buy. If I bought it 2 months ago, I don't know where it is, and that's a dangerous game. I'm gonna end up having doubles and triples of products that I don't really need. I don't remember the last time my makeup was quite this dark. I'm not used to seeing it. Now I'm going in with mascara, and I'm going to use the Charlotte Tilbury Legendary Lashes. The key to putting on false lashes is to let the glue dry a little bit. I rushed these and now they're not sticking. If you let the glue dry down a little bit so that it's nice and tacky when you first apply them, they're not going to lift and sort of seesaw back and forth. See, I let these dry down a little bit longer and it made a huge difference when applying. They just popped right on. For lips, I have a couple different options here. With this look, because it's really just black and silver, we didn't use any pops of color, you could do a bold lip. I know makeup rules tell us that if we have bold eyes, we can't have bold lips, but for New Year's Eve, you take all of those rules and you throw them out the window and you wear whatever you want and you do whatever you want with your makeup. If there's any time to just live and be true to yourself and what you want to do, it's New Year's Eve. So you could do red, you could do berry, you could do a darker color, and it wouldn't clash with the eyes. I think for lipstick, you would want to maybe take a look at what you're wearing, what accessories you have with you. If you're wearing a simple dress, but maybe you have a pop of color on your shoes or your handbag, you could not match, you don't want to be matchy-matchy per se, but you know, you could find something that would maybe go with it, and so it would look like a cohesive look. I'm gonna try a nude, so I'll show you what it looks like with a nude lip, and then I am gonna show you what it looks like with a red lip. So pretty. I love a nude lip with gloss. If it's a super glossy nude lip, it reminds me a lot of Carrie Underwood, and I just think it's so glamorous for something that is maybe a little bit expected, sort of boring. So I'm using my Tom Ford lip gloss and Gucci lipstick. And this is what it looks like with the nude. Regardless of what makeup you decide to wear, my favorite nude is the Blaze of Noon from Gucci, and my favorite red for the occasion would be Effing Fabulous. I think this just sets the tone and sets the mood for the new year. This is the complete makeup look. We're smoky, we're glowy, but if you aren't really feeling the Modern Glamour palette or you just don't really want to play with these colors, I have a couple options for you. Another great palette that would be perfect, just ideal for creating New Year's Eve looks, would be the Celestial palette of pops from Charlotte Tilbury. This is going to give you shimmer, there's some pops of color. Gold is a huge color to wear for New Year's Eve because of course it goes with just about any outfit. So this would be another great option for you to try. And of course the Dior Happy 2020. I almost created a look using this palette, but I figured not everybody owns this and also everybody's gonna be wearing something different. So this is a little bit more neutral. It'll go with any outfit. When creating a look with this palette, you're gonna have to really think about it beforehand. Don't just sit down at 11:30 at night and try to come up with something on the spot, but you can certainly create perfect New Year's Eve looks, really fun, colorful, vibrant looks with this palette. Another great highlighter you could use if you don't have the Duo de Camellia would be the new Chantecaille highlighter. This is so beautiful. It's a champagne gold. It gives a really gorgeous pop and it is beaming and bright, perfect for New Year's. And then of course the Patrick Ta face mist. I think this would be amazing to spray all over your body, arms, legs, spray it on your face, go wild with it. I want to say it's somewhere around $30, so it's a really reasonable price point. It's available at Sephora. So if you don't already own the perfect highlighter for New Year's Eve, I highly recommend this face mist. I stand by my decision to use the Lure Radiance Primer from Grwm simply because this is really going to extend the life of your makeup. But if you are more dry or you are looking for something with a little bit more glow, I highly recommend the CC Serum from By Terry. I have the shade Rose, but I think the Sunny, the other shades, any of them would really work beautifully underneath your foundation. And now lips. I have a couple different options that I think would be really perfect for New Year's Eve, starting with the House of Sillage Christian Cowan lipstick case. I think this is so fun. It's really chic and wild, and this would be really cute to take with you in your clutch for a party. Another one of my favorite lipstick cases is the Stunning Queen from Grwm. This is so beautiful. It might be one of my favorite beauty purchases of 2019. It is so sparkly and dramatic. Something like this would be beautiful. And of course, it's just the case. You can interchange any one of their Rouge G lipsticks. I believe this is number 28. It's a warm red. This is stunning. And then they also have a couple really great nude shades. It's a very long wearing formula. So of all of the bullet lipsticks I own, this is one of my favorites. And I think if we do go out for New Year's, I'll probably take this with me. It's just too much fun. It's time now to complete our look head to toe, so I'm gonna take you with me to the mall and we'll try to find some cute party outfits that would be perfect for New Year's Eve. That completes today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Leave me your comments, your questions down below. As always, I will be linking all of the products mentioned, everything that I have today on my face, all of the outfits, down below in the description box for your convenience. And for more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell.